not for a second.
The kid struck out on a slider in the dirt, but then they're so advanced analytically where they place their infielders and outfielders. When that ball left the bat, the last out of the game, it was a base hit to center field if you're watching on TV, and then all of a sudden the second baseman's right there. They squeeze every last ounce of talent out of their team, and that's why they are where they are. They're a pesky bunch, and they do have talent.
Always be careful what you wish for, right? Because you go back to 2003. I'm sure every Yankee fan breathed a sigh of relief that, Dusty Baker and the Cubs blew that series against the Marlins, and the Yankees were going to take on the Marlins in the World Series, and what happened? You lost in 6. Right, so be careful. Maybe you're like, oh, it's great. Astros gone. Here come the Rays. Maybe you're right. Maybe this is just a team of destiny, a team that's riding some sort of a high. I don't know, but I still would rather play them than Houston.
I'll tell you what, though. What I do love from a Yankee perspective is Zach Greinke in Game 1. I mean, listen, I'd be so thrilled to see that, and they're going to have to obviously see that now. And Verlander in Game 2 in Houston, I understand how tough they are to beat down there. I don't know what it is down there that they can't lose, but Zach Greinke, to me, look at the postseason numbers. And also excitingly average.
Well, whether Greinke, and I know what Don's stance on this, and he'll get his say in a second, we know that Greinke is better at home than he is at Yankee Stadium, whereas the ERA is close to 10. But if you're just sit back and you go, who would you rather face in the first 2 games? Greinke and Verlander or Verlander and Cole? I think you take Greinke and Verlander.
No, you're probably
you have a
right.
shot against Greinke.
No, you're probably right. But what I'm saying is that Greinke's going to have to pitch.
Yeah.
So if Houston is so unbeatable at home, doesn't it work to the Astros' advantage to have the hittable pitcher be in the place in the friendly confines rather than pitching a Game 3 at Yankee Stadium where he's shaking in his boots in that atmosphere in a game you're likely have a better chance to win because you're home. So if I'm the Astros and Greinke's the sacrificial lamb, apparently, don't I give myself a better shot of him pitching at home than at Yankee Stadium?
I mean, this is not like Tanaka at home versus on the road. To me, because I would do everything I could to not pitch Tanaka on the road at all the rest of this postseason. Everything I could, unless I'm absolutely necessary. But to me, with Greinke, he is gettable in either place. I think he is.
So, he is gettable in either place.
I don't think that it makes one difference or another whether Greinke is at home or on the road as to whether or not you can beat him.
But when you have people like people suggesting they must be stealing signs in Houston, that's how good they are in Houston.
Yeah.
And it seems to be a thing on the road, too, for them. If you go back to 2017, they lost every game at Yankee Stadium. They've lost both games in Tampa in this series. So I would rather, in a situation, let's reverse it. Forget about the home and Greinke. If I've got Cole who's lights out, doesn't it help that I've got him pitching at Yankee Stadium where it's tough for them to win anyway?
But okay. But the Yankees are really tough at Yankee Stadium, so even their best pitcher is by far Garrett Cole.
Absolutely.
So don't you have a better chance beating Garrett Cole at Yankee Stadium than you would at Minute Maid Park? I think you do have a better chance. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to beat Garrett Cole, but you're going to have to beat him at least once in this series.
And does Greinke have a better chance against the Yankees in Houston than he does in the Bronx?
Yes, he does.
I mean, so the fact is those 3 pitchers are pitching. I understand you want to get off on the right foot. First game of the series, you want to be able to win that. You can take the home field advantage back. I'm just saying Greinke is going to have to pitch. So I'm just thinking to myself, if I'm going to pitch him, why don't I pitch him at a place that's tough to beat me anyway?
Yeah, I know. I just don't see where you want to give yourself that little advantage. Okay, I don't think that is that big of an advantage for them. They're tough to beat there. We know that. That guy in the playoffs, I can beat him. I don't care where it is.
Now,
I don't care if it's on the moon.
An advantage that you have, though, if you're the Astros, to play out your theory, now you have Cole and Verlander on full rush for 6 and 7. You weren't going to be able to do that if they started 1 and 2. So that's something to be considered. Now, you could also have squeezed out somehow 3 starts out of Cole if he pitched Game 1. Now that's out. But you will have him fully rested in Game 7. That would be his game.